Hello and welcome to the Networking Lab. I'm your host, Jamie Stewart from Circle Networks. Are you ready to scale your business in order to earn more and work less? In this podcast, I share insights and interviews with real business owners to reveal what's working for them to help you leverage time and your network to improve your life and business. Hello and welcome. I'm joined today by the very talented Mr. Hot Stuff himself, Keith McKay. Hi, Keith.
It's been a while since it's been called Hot Stuff.
I was trying to think of something fire related. So, Keith and I are collaborating on an event. Well, it's a big collaboration, isn't it? It's me, yourself, people from Circle Networks, Acorns Children's Hospice, and the Auxilium Society, who are helping kind of put all this together for us.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. It's looking forward to it. It's going to be a great event. It's always great to do fundraising anyway for charity, but Acorns, it's local to me, and it's a good one. So
it is. I've been fortunate enough to visit their site and have a look around it. But before we get into that, we're putting an event together to help challenge people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And challenge is probably to help people break out their comfort zone is probably a better way to describe it, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we've organised an event, and I'll tell you about it in a minute. But we've organised this event, and I've done something similar to it. And once I'd done it, I'd put it off for years. Procrastinated over this for years. I've wanted to do something like this, then never got quite around to doing it. Put it off, and then did one. And then I was like, wow, if I can do that, what else can I do?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think a lot of us, particularly, whether you're in business, the last time I did something like this, I did it with my daughter, she just turned 17. And I did it with her to build her confidence. I wanted her to prove to herself that she could do more than she thought she could do. And I think when you do that, you realize, well, if I could do that, what else could I do? So, Keith, tell us about the event that we're doing. What's involved in it?
Well, we're going to be doing a firewalk because that's, it's a firewalking fundraising event. But it's not just a firewalk. When we put an event on, that's for you. We do it as a life-changing event, not just an event to tick a box. Say, oh, I've done a firewalk, great. We really put the work into it. We work with people's emotions and mindsets. And we just get them in a place where they can take the lessons forward from the firewalk to day-to-day life. And that's what's magic is the feedback we get after a firewalk is amazing. And it's just, why I do what I do, because people say it's changed my life. And that's what I want. I want it to be a life-changing event. But we're not just going to do a firewalk. We're going to do a glass walk as well. So we're doing that as part of the event, which again, lessons you're going to take forward in life. It's a very powerful event. Sometimes people get more out of that than the firewalk. And then on top of that, we're going to do an arrow break. And the arrow break is about commitment. And, again, that can be the most powerful part of the event. So everybody's going to get something different out of this event. And also, what we're encouraging people to do is bring your kids along because we're going to do a Lego walk. So the kids, obviously, anyone under 16 can't do the firewalk, but they can do a Lego walk. And even if the adults want to do a Lego walk, they can do that. So
I'll be honest though, Keith. I think most parents have done inadvertently a Lego walk and I think that would be far worse than doing anything else.
Absolutely. We've got thousands of pieces of Lego you're going to walk over. It's great. It's everything's got a lesson to it in life, and it's all fun. We make it. That's the important thing. We're going to have a lot of fun on the night. It's going to be life-changing. Everyone's going to get something different out of it. And it's just going to be something that you're never going to forget. Apart from that, you're going to bond with everyone there. There's going to be a great bonding experience. And that's what we find is people make new friendships, new connections going forward. It's people, you always remember the person you did a firewalk with or a glass walk with or an arrow break with.
Yeah.
You make these wonderful connections. And that is not just personally, but in business as well. So it's a great thing for Circle Networks, great thing for people to bring business colleagues along as well as friends and family,
And there's some coaching involved in it as well, isn't there? So it's not an event where the format for the event is we're doing it on a Saturday afternoon and it's running for probably 3.5 hours. so that there's time to come along. Bring your family, bring your friends. Not everybody has to do it, but the more the merrier. There's a cost to it, obviously, because the materials, the time, the venue, everything like that. So it's £40 per person to do this. And we
which
ask,
is a bargain because it's £40 usually just for the firework, and it's normally £40 just to do a glass walk, and then it's normally another £40 to do the arrow break. So people are getting all three of them things just for the 40 quid.
and for a lot of people, this is a once in a lifetime thing. You're only going to do this once generally and take so much from it. I remember the first time I heard about Firewalk would have been, oh, I just started a new job around about 2004, 2003, 2004. And I heard about Tony Robbins doing firewalks as part of his events. So, and I think at the time, there wasn't that many people doing this. It wasn't mainstream. So you would have had to spend a few £1,000s to go to one of his events to do this thing. And the time out, because it was a 3-day conference down in London and the accommodation. So this is a real opportunity that for this price, you might never get again. So it's £40 per person to do it. Kids can come along and do the Lego walk for free.
Yeah.
And then we ask that you raise a minimum of £50 for Children's Acorn Hospice.
Charity, yeah. Most people are going to raise a lot more than that.
Yeah.
So I think you're putting a link on there for Just Give page, so people can set up a Just Give page. So
yeah. It is. It's really easy. It's an easy thing, right? It's an easy thing to make a decision.
Yeah.
But people put off making a decision.
Yeah. But they're putting off changing the life for the better. That's the thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So tell me about this. So you've just come back from doing a firewalk for over 100 people at the weekend.
Yeah, so that we did. It's actually for a friend of mine who was running the event, and it's John. I've known him for about 15 years now, and he does firewalks himself. But he asked me to go along and help him on this firewalk, and it's an amazing place, Oshalia. It's like a commune retreat health centre. We thought there was going to be about 30 people there. We turned up, and there's over 100 people taking part. So it was just a buzz. It was an amazing event, and again, it's just life changing. It's just to see the transformation in people as they're going over the fire. But it wasn't just that; it's part of the seminar that we do before the firewalk. People getting so much from that as well. It was, it just created such a great buzz. And we're going back again next year to do it again. So we've already been invited and said, "Can we come back?" So we're doing that. But John and Sue are around the event. They're a great couple. They actually trained with Tony Robbins, the same trainers. And the people who trained me to do the firewalks and glasswalk were trained at the same time as Tony Robbins. So you talk about Tony Robbins' event, the people who trained me did the training with Tony Robbins. So, and it's the same trainer that trained them, Solly Birkin. So
Wow.
We're trained by the best. Yeah.
Okay. And what do people get from this then? So give me some examples of some of the people from the weekend as it's fresh in your mind.
Okay. I mean, it's self-love. Self is a big one that came up over the weekend. They discovered who they really were and started loving themselves. And that was massive. And they get a belief in themselves that they can go forward and achieve anything in life. So it's that belief and empowerment that when you've been putting stuff off, you're hesitating, you sat on the fence, I don't know which way to go. What part of the seminar will teach you how to make that decision quick. And it's all right to make the wrong decision. So that's the other thing. So it's just belief and confidence in yourself. We have people who were scared to speak to people, scared to speak in front of a room full of people. And they stood up on stage talking to the room at the end of the seminar. There's one lady for a while ago that she was on one of the workshops we did. She couldn't talk to people in a small group, never mind a big group. She now does exhibitions, presentations, stuff like that. So it's that confidence you get in yourself, and it can be to do with illness as well. We have people that have told us, several people have had terminal cancer and they're still going several years after their day. So it changes not just your mindset, but your body chemistry. Everything works together in the synergy when you're in the right area, right place. We're working within people's emotions and the energy around the emotions. And that's probably the most powerful thing you can do. We have people that come off antidepressants, and that's a regular thing. I've always been surprised how many people are on antidepressants, and after doing what we do. And it's not just a thing, we teach people. That's why we call Steps for You. We teach people the steps to take every day to deal with their all the kind of swear all the stuff that comes up every day. And the stuff will come up every day, you know. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, it's how you react to them things, but we give people the tools to react in the right way to all these things that come up. And that just makes life so much easier. But it's because you're taking responsibility
Yeah.
and you know, for what you do, you're taking responsibility for your own actions and accountability. So, which a lot of people avoid because they're scared. But we teach them to embrace fear. So it's
And that's the thing. I think that's the thing that a lot of us have things that hold us back in some way.
yeah,
And this is an opportunity. And most of the stuff that we have is just in our heads.
yeah, absolutely.
And your work, let's call it a workshop. So this 3 hour workshop that people go through helps them learn how to change the way that they think and convince themselves that they can make change. And then if they can do this, then what else can they do?
Yeah, it's just allowing people to believe in what they can do. You know, they understand and believe that they are unstoppable. You know, we weren't born to fail; we were born to succeed. You know, when we were created to succeed in life, not to fail. But society and all these things have created all these fears in us and negative beliefs. And what we do, we change them thought processes around the negativity and the negative beliefs to positive beliefs and positive energy. You know, so it's great. Yeah.
Okay. What got you into organizing firewalks, Keith?
I went on a retreat with a chap called Sanjay Shah, who's a good friend of mine now, and he still runs amazing retreats. And they are life changing, you know. And it is a cliche to say, I went on this retreat and it was life changing. It wasn't so much the retreat that was life changing, it's the lessons we learned on that retreat to go forward. And that's why we teach people things to take forward. So they can come on our workshops, whether it's a charity event, a 1 day event, a 3 day event, and they're really powerful. And it's like a quantum leap, if you like. It gives you that boost to believe in yourself, but then you've got all the tools to take forward in life. And working with Sanjay, and I've worked with him closely now for since 2011, running his firewalks with him, working on his team as part of his retreats. They are life changing, and that's what got me into it. I saw the difference in people. The first one I went on with him, I have to admit, I didn't get anything from it. I thought I came out of it completely confused, not understanding the damn thing. But I saw the change in everybody else that was there, and that was what was powerful. And then I went back for a second one, and I was in the right place when I went back for the second one, and I wasn't thinking about work and everybody else and why are they like this. I was there for me, and that's what we say to people when they come on the event, charity events or whichever it is you're there for you and you only. It's irrelevant what anybody else thinks about you. It's irrelevant what the person next to you is thinking. You're there for you and you only, and that's where you'll get the biggest difference when you just focus on you. Yeah. So,
Um, do people need to do anything to prepare for this?
no, no, just raise some money for the charity. You
And
know.
that's right. So the charity bit's really easy. Most
Yeah.
of us have got a social media platform. There's a link that we give you to set up a Just Giving page that links directly to Acorns Children's Hospice. And you post it on Facebook with a couple of pictures of the firewalk and people donate. It's 5 people giving you £10 each.
I mean, we encourage people to get the money before they come and do the event. Um, and what usually happens is most people raise a lot more money than the 50 quid before the event. And then after the event, when they've done it and they've posted all the pictures and doing what they're doing the firewalk, doing the glass walk, they get a lot more money coming in,
Yeah.
which is for the charity. It's great for Acorns. So, yeah, it's brilliant.
Okay. So if you're interested in this, the link will be in the notes below. And I would encourage you to think about getting out of your comfort zone. You're probably not sat there thinking, oh, I'd love to do a firewalk. I'd love to do a glass walk or arrow breaking. But think about what you would like to achieve. What's the area of your life that you would like a breakthrough in? What would you like more confidence in? What would you like to achieve in the coming months? That's what this will help you to do.
Yeah, I suppose the thing is set the intention. What do you want to get out of it? It's set, what have you been putting off for ages? Not just with the firework, but in life and in business. What would you like to achieve? If in the perfect scenario, where would you like to be? and then we'll work on that with you. So,
Perfect. Okay, I really enjoyed this, Keith. I am looking forward to this event. I'm a little bit hesitant, and I think it's natural to feel like that because it's doing something that we haven't done before.
mhm. I mean, I'm excited about it. What I would say is if people could book on as early as possible so we know numbers,
Yeah.
because the one we did on Sunday, we were expecting 30 odd, there's over 100. Um, it could have caught us out had we not been prepared for everything. But it's always nice to know how many people we're going to have doing it, so we can make sure we've got the right equipment, make sure we've got enough staff, make sure everything's ready. So the earlier you can book on, the better for us, and it's just purely for numbers and organisational point of view.
Okay. And where are we running this, Keith?
This is in Worcester, in the Midlands, and it's a place called the Fold, which is a great sort of non-profit farm, if you like. So
Yeah.
it's we've got a lovely room to do it in, and a lovely space. And if it's raining, we're still doing it. We can do it. There's a place where we can do it undercover if it's really heavy rain, but a bit of rain's fun, keeps it cool, you know. So yeah, so the weather's not going to put us off.
Okay. And it starts at 4 p.m. So
Yeah,
come along. There's a picnic area there. There's indoor area. So regardless of what this amazing British weather does, we are prepared for it.
perfect.
It's going to last 3 to 3.5 hours, and you're welcome to stay along afterwards to have a debrief because it's a shared experience that you're going to go through with people. It's on a Saturday the 14th. We would love to help you make a breakthrough in this area.
Absolutely. And you can camp over there as well. There's a campsite there, or come in a caravan. And if you want a bit more luxury, there's a hotel opposite, the Bank House Hotel. So, yeah, feel free to come earlier, stay over. There's a nice cafe on site as well. Yeah, it's cool.
All right. Thanks very much, Keith. I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks, Jamie. Take care. See you soon. See you, everyone.